everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rachel's Page Turners. Today I have for you a library book haul. It isn't very big, it's about 5 books. It's only 5 books because I didn't finish the other books that I hauled last time. I had to renew those books, but that didn't stop me from getting more books. So the goal right now is to finish all of these books before I have to renew them again. First book I have for you guys today is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. If that's not how you pronounce her name, please let me know in the comments down below. This is this author's debut novel, and for a first novel, this book has gotten a ton of hype on BookTube. Overall, this story is about a girl who lives in this dystopian world. The government is very tyrannical. Her brother is arrested for treason, and so in order to try to help her brother, she promises these rebels that if they help her rescue her brother, she will spy on this very prestigious government-funded school, which is an extremely dangerous thing to do. And the story focuses on her and this soldier who is the best soldier that they have. However, if he can help bring down the government, he'd like to. I have to say, I really like the art on this book, and the end pages are also really pretty. You have the map of the land itself, and in the back, looks like we have a map of the school. The second book that I have for you guys is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Recently, I've been corrected on how you pronounce her name, and I have to say, I'm still really used to saying Moss, and it's really weird to say Mass. However, that will not stop me from pronouncing it the correct way. In essence, this is a fairy tale retelling of Beauty and the Beast. The story is about this young huntress who kills an animal. This Lord Fairy wants retribution for it. So she is taken prisoner, and from what I understand, this is a story about them falling in love. This is another book that has a whole ton of hype on BookTube, and I have to say, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this cover. Like, I love the red, and I love the bit of the forest in this corner, but I don't know how I feel about just the body of a woman here. Like, we don't see her face. I don't know about you, but it just seems weird. And my next 3 books are all Brandon Sanderson books. The first book I have of Brandon Sanderson's is Mistborn, The Final Empire. It is the first book to the Mistborn trilogy. For Year Cosmere, we were supposed to start off the year by reading this, and I didn't get around to it. I know a lot of people on BookTube really like this series. I don't know much about the story. I do know that it is a fantasy series and also a dystopian series where the hero is supposed to try to overthrow this tyrannical government, which I can only assume that is the hero on the cover. But I have to say, I'm really looking forward to the series because every time someone talks about the Mistborn series on BookTube, it's always like high ratings. So I can't wait to talk to you guys how I feel about this book. And so far, all of the books I've showed you, I had a special order it from other libraries. Like, the only 2 books I found at my library are the 2 books that Year Cosmere is supposed to read for the month of June, which is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson and The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. I was able to find The Arithmetist in the young adult section of my library, and I found Steelheart in the adult science fiction section of my library. I don't know anything about either of these books. I have no information other than Year Cosmere reading these books for the month of June. So these books are going to be a surprise. And you know how most libraries have those due date cards? I didn't get any of those in these books this time, but I did get like a slip that obviously has my name on it, and it says the books that I've taken out and when they're due. And I think this is what my library is doing. And it kind of makes me sad because I like the due date cards. So that is my book haul for you guys from my library. For this month, did you guys borrow anything good from your library? Please feel free to talk about it down below. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And especially subscribe if you're new to this channel. I would love to see you in the next video. Bye guys!